at least 4 different teams is going to be landing in Wreckage Plains. One team's going to be in Pheromos right near Stillside Temple, but everybody else is going to be basically near that center side. They are going to be fighting. They are going to be going back and forth. This is going to be very, very fun to see, and it's going to be super aggressive. So let's see how fun and how wild these next couple of rounds are going to go for the start of it, as NB immediately is going to push in, immediately start going in on Team Moore. Moore has been absolutely struggling to really get even a single point on the board here. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it, as they do get the first point on the board. His first kill. Koo finally is able to catch one after 4 games. He's finally able to do it here for the EU scene. Meanwhile, NV is going to try to force the back out as hard as possible, though. They do have one down here, but it looks like, check this out, they were able to find it as best as possible. They were able to do it, and absolutely Hong is going to try to see if he can separate himself as best as possible, and so is BK.
Yeah, look, Hong just trying to lead the likes of Team Moore away from his other teammate here so that they don't lose another player immediately off the board. So you take a look at WBG with 2 eliminations under the belt, and man, look at this, all heck breaking loose. 17 JL fighting out Team GD, Orion nearby, as well as the likes of GD. All these teams going head to head here. GD's K getting caught out here by Orion, but it's 17 JL's AS who's able to pick up the elimination there off the back of those dual blades. They're able to slide in and make it happen. Pooby getting separated from the rest of Team Orion here. Orion trying to collapse to come in and cover Pooby, as he doesn't have the ultimate yet, but it's not going to be enough, as ZU able to pick up that elimination. We see WBG picking up an elimination onto TM's Pampy in the kill feed as well. Tryhard putting in absolute work with these dual blades here onto 17 JL, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 17 JL going to use the Wu Chen ult to back out, and Orion will find the resurrection on to Pooby. The question is will they re-engage into this fight? They've already expended King's ultimate, and I do believe they've also expended their Yuation ult as well, and the only ult they have left is Pooby. Are they willing to bank that fight on the Monk alone or not? BBE caught out here. BBE having a couple of very aggressive early games, been finding themselves progressively in worse situations. BBE going to find all 3 members of their team eliminated here. Ace's Alex going to find BLD's Mind with the Viper ultimate as they pick up an elimination. BLD Oliver coming in, trying to pick them back up, finds themselves also in the blender of the full team of ASE here. Oliver going to go very low. We're going to see a Clank come through, but it's not going to be enough, as Oliver tries to push back Alex, and Alex is going to help Jin find that elimination. We are going to see the rest of Ace looking for the other members of BLD as they hide out. And now NiHQ here from XCG going to pop their ultimate as we turn our attention to Moore, and XCG going head to head here. The Bane's Breath put down by XCG. Moore CC threads the needle and finds a pick onto Ling HQ. Ling HQ going super low as they get slammed here by CC, but it's not enough for them to pick up the elimination. NiHQ gets grabbed, but CC takes multiple hits from the Bane's Breath and is going to be eliminated as Ling HQ finds them with a bow shot. Moore's Coup able to hit all 3 members of XCG here with a spear, but not able to pick up an elimination. Coup now with the ultimate transformation, just trying to take this fight to XCG as much as they possibly can. Doesn't want to find themselves in that Bane's Breath, turning around, trying to do as much damage as they can, but XCG refusing to clump up. Coup not going to be able to do anything here as they just continue to take massive damage, not doing a lot of damage to themselves as they don't have the best of gear, and XCG is going to be able to clean up Team Moore.
Absolutely coming through with this as the F3 comes out for Yodahime, though, as King is going to be able to go right through that one. Orion's going to keep the same aggression coming in as Pooby is going to be able to pull the first Monk out, as it looks like WBG is going to back out of this before things can get very hasty. Probably the best call, as Pooby sadly is going to be able to waste that ulti, but that's totally okay, as they are going to be able to work towards the next phase here, as it looks like ASC is going to come right back in towards the next fight. Ends up getting caught by the tornado, but it was only for a couple seconds, as Tryhard is going to be able to push in and keep the same aggression. Not going to be able to make it a lot harder as the Yodahime ult comes out, trying to see if they can get some slashes. He comes forward towards it, waiting for the opportunity to strike, as Pooby is trying to hold on as best as possible. So much energy and momentum coming in, as Pooby sadly gets destroyed by Team ASE. ASE and the rest of Alex trying to hold on, as Tryhard trying to see if he can juggle this 1v3 here, as Jin gets absolutely destroyed, as it looks like it's going to be a decent 1v1 coming in towards him and Jin, as Trios is trying to hold on as best as possible, but Alex is going to be able to close this in. Meanwhile, WBG wants to be able to get some of that energy going, as Alex gets absolutely destroyed, and ASD is going to be able to pull them out in a beautiful time when they need to.
Yeah, WBG with yet another clean third party coming through here. 6 eliminations under their belt, or sorry, 5 eliminations under their belt. ASE with 6 just above them. I mean, WBG has just played such clean, consistent Naraka today. Even in the games where they're not MVP, they're just putting up a substantial number of points and playing very, very well. Very rarely have we seen them make a mistake, if any, today. The only times they really get eliminated is by some unlucky third parties, or in the chaos of the final circles. We've seen maybe one of them get grabbed out by another monk or something like that and lead to their downfall, but just very clean Naraka. GD here gonna catch a huge parry onto the likes of BLD Loves, and immediately follows it up with the Nej's Might. Don Quinn gonna slide in and pick up the elimination. BLD Mind's gonna find the resurrection onto Oliver, while Loves baits out the rest of that other team and gets eliminated. Trading 1-for-1. BLD still down to 2 members. Ace gonna catch out Orion's King.
ASE really doing a good job in terms of just using their full team with the advantage. It's just absolutely putting in pressure on those 1v3s here, really not giving too many players really an observation here to really try to do anything. Meanwhile, Creditor caught outside of circle here, not looking good, as he's going to force the Monk ult to happen, as they're just going to absolutely slash and dash as much as possible. They're able to get one grab. They're able to get the throwdown immediately. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it again here. Creditor being absolutely smashed on each side is able to get another throw in, as Double S is going to get smashed all the way down to the ground, but sadly isn't able to do enough, as Zay and Creditor both go down. OUG is going to be able to close that. Does a fantastic job of it. Man, they were able to do a lot of it, but sadly it's just not enough. BBE still trying to put it together here, as they sadly are at the very bottom with 0 eliminations. They haven't been able to do much this game.
Yeah, BBE gets caught out early and they not able to capitalize the way they have these other games. And the thing is they continue to go in the mid game. They're in the middle of a fight right now with Team Envy, and it looks like they might find some more of that momentum back underneath of their feet here if they keep things going here. They catch out Mr. BK here from Envy and start to punch down a lot of damage onto Envy. Envy is going to lose Mr. BK as BBE finds themselves on the board finally here in this game with 2 eliminations. But here comes TM finding them in a situation they should not be in, and it is a classic TM style. They are going to happily capitalize immediately on it. As Bonnet picks up Pampy, the rest of TM backs away so he can't get the double grab. They're just playing good, clean Naraka here. They don't want to risk a double grab and the possibility of the flip. They'll just let Pampy take the damage, knows it's not going to be enough to kill them as long as he doesn't get the double grab. TM methodical, clean, more than happy to catch players making mistakes and capitalize straight on it as they slowly climb 1 elimination at a time. Moore's coup here, gonna come through, gets caught out in the poison, but more than happy to just keep covering for their team as we see Lao Wang with the tether trying to help CC get back up. But this is gonna be a bad situation as WBG shows up for the third party. Now Lao Wang goes down, WBG picking up yet another elimination. Coup completely caught out here by the likes of WBG as we see, unfortunately, Orion go down in the kill feed. That's gonna be it for Team Moore as well. Both the NA and EU teams going to be eliminated at the same time, and WBG picks up their 7th elimination of the game. WBG is absolutely on fire here in the World Championship.
Meanwhile, Wolf U trying to see if they can hold on to it, and they are going to be able to push in on this, playing this to the best of their ability. Oh man, the absolute decimation, but looks like the Wushin is going to be able to take them out yet again and making sure that they're not going to get touched in any which way, shape, or form here. They're going to be able to back this out. They only have 2 eliminations, so they're going to need to do more. Meanwhile, XCG still holding on to that Vermilion's Bird Might. They still have a lot of time left to do what they need to here, so they're going to need to create some type of momentum. But Wolf's going to need to create some momentum. They only have 2 eliminations. It's ASE and GD up top with 8 eliminations full right now. They still need to do more than they need to as of right now. But ASE and GD in the lead here. WBG slowly at hand with 7, and OUG with that 6. Now, even with that, they're still going to be able to put more towards it. Jin trying to put it all together here. Let's see if they can be able to work towards this one. Being able to put it all together. Let's see if they can keep all of this together. WolfU on the other side here is able to do something. JT with 1 elimination. VL with 1. NV with 1. What is going on? These are some of the BBE eliminated. This is a very different switch up from the games that we've been experiencing thus far. Fun plus Phoenix with only 2. Huh? What? Huh? I'm confused.
Look, you say it's a very, very different game, but I want you to take a look at the teams who are currently at the top. It's ASE, WBG, OUG, and 17JL. These are 4 teams that we've seen consistently at the top of every single game today. Yes, some of the names have changed. Fun plus Phoenix, XCG, GD's at the top for the first time today, you know, but consistently those 4 teams have been coming in and putting in work. We're going to see WolfU actually catch out a member of TM here uncharacteristically, as we see TM go down to a single player left alive. We're going to see the likes of Ace come in and start to push on to WolfU. WolfU is stuck here in the no old zone, looking like they were going to capitalize onto TM, but Ace waiting in the wings, more than happy to come in and crunch and munch on these hungry wolves that came through. TM able to slide back in during the chaos. Pampy able to get a Kame back into the game, but now Ace's Jin sees that there's some vulnerable players over here and wants to lock it in. Pampy and Akami going separate directions here, and this is very, very smart. At the very least, as long as one of them gets away, they're keeping themselves in the game here. They're not having the greatest of days like they had on day 1. They had almost they had over 80 points in day 1. But here and now, TM not able to find that same success. They would rather lose one player and have one player keep them in the game. Oh my goodness. Look at this play from TM's Akami. Just all of Ace slides through. Jin does come back and starts looking for them because they realize they didn't see them. If I'm Akami, I hate to say it, I would have moved around to the backside of this little hut and dropped off the back, right? As soon as they walked past, you just kind of got to creep, because you know once they run past and don't see you, that they're going to have to come check the only places you could possibly be hiding, right? It's time to just keep it moving in another direction. Ace, though, getting caught out by 17JL now as they gave chase. And what a parry coming in from Benchu, follows it up into Aneja's might and absolutely blitzes through 2 of Ace's members, and the rest of them fall. ASE goes down as 17JL secures their 6th elimination of the game. And now TM Pampy trying to keep the game alive, also caught out by 17JL. They came back thinking maybe they could pick up Akami back up again, and it's really unfortunate because they split up specifically so that if one of them get caught out, the other one could keep the game alive. Pampy, feeling a little too much need to come back and help their teammate here, finds themselves being caught out by both 17JL and Fun Plus Phoenix. There's no way Pampy comes back out on top of this. They're just buying a time for themselves, and it's not enough time as LYD finds the elimination onto Pampy, and that's going to be it for Team TM. Well played, good effort. Some mistakes made by Team TM here, but still one of the 4 running teams right now. They're not happy about this game, but it doesn't push them out of the grand finals, and that's for sure. We're going to see now as some of those realms of Yang start to come up here yet again. Team GD looking to find themselves into one of those realms. WolfU waiting nearby. It looks like Team NV heading all the way up north to contest another one of those realms of Yang, as we are 27 players left alive before Zone 3, Dobby.
Still able to hold on for what they need to, though, even with it. Sleepwalker is going to be able to rotate this around, but hey, check those Steam codes. You got them Steam codes available, though. Let's see if they can be able to keep that together, though. Looks like K is going to be on the other side, too, of this one, as Kakaxi is going to be able to try to see if they can create some type of momentum towards this one. Let's see if they're going to be able to find anything towards it. Looks like they're going to be waiting for the chest. Fun Plus Phoenix is going to be right behind them, though. This is going to be very interesting, though, towards this one. Fun Plus Phoenix want to try to see if maybe they can keep something, but they're going to need to do something. Oh, boy, SK is going to be able to push in on this, and J-Team Eagle is sitting there waiting for their time to strike. I love these 1v1 so much. Ladies and gentlemen, GD versus J-Team starts it off in the realm Let's see if they can make this magic happen here as the wall comes down and they start immediately going towards it. DK gonna see if maybe he can find the first impact. The ultimate immediately comes out. TKANKS ready for it as both of them are gonna come in, absolutely spiraling out with the dagger, and the Wushin's gonna be able to take them out on the other side of the corner, both immediately getting ready and starting to heal off of the top. As immediately they go for the reset, the bow's coming in for the triple as the Wushin is gonna be able to come through and get the protection as the Eagle is gonna immediately pop open. The absolute insane one as Eagle is going to get absolutely hit so dangerously hard, going to force the back off as best as possible, but now Eagle goes down and the Monk is officially out of this. J-Team trying to hold on as best as they possibly can currently here with all this space. J-Team Lee trying to hold it and trying to see if he can create some damage. K popping open the Yodohime ulti, trying to create a maximum amount of damage to go onto ZK, hitting almost all three of his slashes towards the very end of it. Meanwhile, TKANKS and K caught inside of the wall, absolutely getting thrown outside almost off of it as Lee is going to be able to catch it, but Lee dangerously low now, still has to be able to rotate towards this. This is still that 2v2. It still could be a massive advantage for him as Lee still holding on as best as he possibly can here, trying to hit some massive hits towards GD's Queen trying to hold it together as he immediately hits the parry, and just like that, GD is going to be able to shut them down.
Yeah, very, very well played here from Team GD. I've got to give it to Don Quing here, the Wu Chen, actually saving this team, right? They go in, Kakaishi's holding that ultimate. He knows he needs to use that Viper ultimate to stun out the Monk if they have any chance of winning that engagement. So he needs to wait for the Monk to come in. They go in, they pop enough damage onto them. They try to force the Monk. The Monk doesn't come. The Monk knows he's trying to get the Viper to force them to use their ultimate first, waits for it. They don't find the positive engagement that they're looking for. So GD's Monk immediately teleports them away, throws the wind wall down to buy them enough time to get pots off, which these teams typically don't ever get any pots off when inside the realm of Yang. It's very, very hard to do. The Wu Chen buys them that time. They go back in, find a much more favorable engagement. The other team panics, pops their ult, and as soon as they do, we see them dogpile onto the Monk, get the Monk relatively low, and as soon as the Monk starts trying to back out of the fight, the Viper knows that they can secure the stun from the ultimate, pops their ult, or they're able to find the stun, they're able to find the elimination on to the Monk. J-Team then sees that they are in a bit of a huge pickle. Lee able to use that Yueshun ult to buy them a ton of time, to buy them a ton of damage onto Team GD. Almost picks up the elimination when he pins them both against the wall, but they weren't quite able to find it. The damage that had been dealt to ZK from the Yodohime ultimate ends up being detrimental. ZK gets picked up, and then as soon as the Yueshun ult runs out, it's a 1v2 situation. The Yodo is able to use the F3 to buy them as much space as they possibly want, and at that point into the 1v2, there's just not enough that ZK can do by himself, and they see themselves getting eliminated. A great fight between J-Team and GD, just absolutely
love to see it.
Yeah, it was anybody's fight by the end of it, quite honestly. They both played it very, very well. Both of them knew. It's kind of the opposite of the Transformer comp going head to head, right? In the Transformer comp, if you're the team that's too slow to burn your ultimates, you're the one losing that fight, right? When it's the Viper comp versus the Transformers comp, it's the opposite direction. The team that burns their ultimate too early actually is the one that loses. So you have to go in off the back of pure skill and create the optimal fight where you force the enemy team to go ahead and burn their ultimate, and then your team is able to expend theirs and pick up the victory once that ultimate is fully burnt out. And that's exactly what we see happen. GD forces J-Team to burn the ultimate early. J-Team, because of that, gets stunned out by the follow-up Viper ultimate and ends up losing the fight. And just classic textbook Naraka. We could sit here and break down that fight for the next 2 hours and talk about why these guys are the peak of the peak when it comes to Naraka. J-Team in a bit of a pickle here as they go in to push on to Fun Plus Phoenix. They need to pick up those Soul Bloom essences so they can get rid of that degradation and keep themselves in the game. They are on a 1 minute and 16-second timer, but unfortunately, Fun Plus Phoenix over here is able to pop the no ult zone, and then the likes of OUG also show up, and J-Team really just in a mix-up they don't want to be in right now as that time continues to tick down. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining here for them, trying to lock down SS here. If even one of J-Team can pick up a Soul Bloom here, it is huge. It keeps them in the game, and they are hoping SS is going to be the one they pick it up off of. It looks like Eagle going to be able to get that Soul Bloom essence. He's able to wash that debuff away. Now the question is, can J team find some more eliminations and get that debuff off the rest of them. Time is going to tell. 38 seconds remaining here is Lee trying to pop some shield pots and move towards the next fight. They're going to find Fun Plus Phoenix's VVV a little separated from the team here. Lee not really wanting to force into it. The team has a lot of money here. Lee's going to drop all their money, their soul jades and stuff, and let the team buy him back. He knows he's going to die here. Look at this. He's going to go out in the zone. He doesn't want to give anybody else the elimination, right? He doesn't want to be in a position where people can loot his body either. So he's just going to come out here, die. The team has already spent the 12K to buy a resurrection charm. They are waiting for him to die so they can buy the resurrection charm. There it is. Now it's gone. We're going to see very shortly J team move to a box, pick up a resurrection charm, and go pick him back up because they do have the money. It's just a question of when is this going to be favorable. ZK just purchased that rebirth charm exactly like we said he would, and hopefully they're going to be able to get them back into the game.
See if they can rotate that all the way around here. As they're going to be able to put that down towards the next steps here, as GD is going to be all the way around this rotation here. Let's see if they can put it all together. They've done a fantastic job of it thus far here. Let's see if they can figure that out towards the rest of it here. They've found a fantastic way of putting it together. 17JLAS is going to be able to rotate it around. The question is, did GD back out? I think they did. I think they might have been able to find that out and be able to put it down. They made it look good all the way towards that. It looked like they still will be able to go forth with the rotation. Fun Plus Phoenix, TXJ finds that gold. TXJ only has 4 eliminations under their belt here. This is very shocking of a performance so far here. Now, mind you, they've been doing well thus far, so obviously they're still doing well, still end up getting some stuff here, but now they still need more to be able to do it. So I'm curious to see what is next.
I mean,
and how are
Fun
they going
Plus
to be able
Phoenix
to do this, though?
I was gonna say Fun Plus Phoenix. What's next for them is the chaos of the final circle, right? We talked about it in game number 1 and game number 2. They thrive off that particular chaos and being able to just pick teams apart in the middle of all the craziness that is those final circles. Fun Plus Phoenix only 4 eliminations under their belt here, but they are late game players, right? They like to play late game comps, and late game is where they like to pop off. They're running a variation of this Takeda comp that uses a transformer specifically so that they can still pop off late game with it while having that early game aggression provided to them by Justina and Takeda, as well as Justina also being a late game hero who can buy them some of the much needed CC and damage that they need coming into those final circles. Fun Plus Phoenix is waiting. They're playing their methodical version of chaos, right? They are waiting to come in and thrive off these teams. The eliminations that they do have together are from teams that they've caught off guard and brought in with that chaos. And unfortunately, while I'm talking about this, 17JL picks up another elimination here, and it is on to VL Zay, the last remaining member of VL. So that is going to be it for VL here in game number 4. I'm sure they are not happy with their performance here today in game number 4, especially considering they only had 3 games left to put some big points on the board. BLD Mines top side here, making themselves a big signpost with that Yodohime ultimate, but they needed to buy themselves some space to try to get away. And you can see all the musket shots and grapples just ringing out at BLD here. Mines, no place to go. A cannon shot does land, and eventually it is going to be a musket from ZU that buys 17JL yet another elimination as they go to 8 eliminations. Wolf used choice here, trying to get the Viper ult off before they get eliminated, but Envy's Uyaji not going to allow that to happen with a bow shot coming down from downtown, picks them up yet another one. J team coming into the box. They desperately need this, as Lee only on that white armor right now because they had to resurrect him. Gonna find himself a purple weapon and that purple armor for the transformation that he desperately needs here. So Lee in a much better situation. At J team able to find themselves all the way back into this game number 4.
Let's see if they're going to do well here. Let's see if they can find it out. They've been doing a fantastic job of it thus far. Fun Plus Phoenix THJ is going to be able to do so much more. And OUG as well, double S by himself, ends up getting absolutely grappled here. Curious where that even came from, though. Double S trying to hold on as best as possible here. Sadly, doesn't have much. Let's see if they're going to be able to walk towards this one. Like I said, they've done a fantastic job of it thus far. Let's see if they can keep this going. and work towards what's next here as 17JL, Ben Shu, and the rest of their full team is ready to fight this out. For what's next, they've done a fantastic job of it so thus far here. Let's see if they can rotate and figure it out what's next. They need to do it.
I hate to break it to you. Unfortunately, SS just got picked up by 17JL's ZU. That's the fourth kill ZU is picked up with a musket from downrange. Just bop, 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 bop. ZU does not miss today, apparently, as 17JL finds themselves with 9 eliminations off the back of ZU just putting in massive work. XCG catches out Wolf Yu's Shinyum here and just absolutely puts the barbecue on with that flame breath there. And ZU finds themselves eliminated here. NV down to 2 remaining members trying not to get caught out. We're going to see GD topside going to use a little swapperoonie here as WBG teleports themselves up topside. Fun Plus Phoenix shows up as well. We're going to see GD looking to teleport away, and WBG more than happy to take this fight with Fun Plus Phoenix as they try to hold on to this very tip-top space. But GD shows back up with a Yodohime ultimate of their own and starts pumping out massive damage onto the likes of WBG, and it's Sleepwalker who's going to find himself eliminated here. And then Mitian also getting picked up by XCG. 17GL's Ben Chu coming topside, looking to create some chaos there with that Viper roll. Not quite finding what they wanted as Fun Plus Phoenix actually comes in and secures the kills onto XCG. Fun Plus Phoenix finding their 7th elimination of the game here, holding on as LYD trying to use his Terracotta Warrior to come in and pump out some of that damage that they need. Fun Plus Phoenix does not want to give up this high ground. They have fought very hard for. GD
They're gonna need to move out of it though. They got 30 seconds left. They're not gonna be able to hold it for too long.
Yeah,
I mean, do something.
Right now, though, the best place for them possibly to be, they've got that legendary flamer. They just, anybody who comes up here is absolutely butchered. They're going to hold on to this space for as long as humanly possible.
As K ends up getting sent all the way down towards the very bottom of the cliff and says, see you later. Don't you ever decide to come up here again. Next time you knock, you better bring a pot for us to eat and make sure it's sweet potato. As it looks like now that we'll be able to find this out and see what's next here. Don't you love sweet potato pie? Do you like sweet potato or you like pumpkin?
I like sweet potato pie, 100%.
I like sweet potato.
I'm a sweet potato kind of guy.
Sweet potato is it, for sure, 1000%. Meanwhile, K is gonna be able to come through and try to see something as LYD decides he wants to be able to take a shot at it, and he ends up getting decimated as well. So clearly, probably wasn't the best decision as well. As TKANKS is gonna go all the way down towards the very bottom with that heavy sword. It's gonna find Ben Shu right in front of him. The question is he gonna be able to hit him? No, but it looks like 17JL is gonna bully Ben Shu. Let's hope Ben Shu maybe can be able to get out of there. And it looks like Ben Shu is gonna be able to claim an elimination on TKANKS as well. It looks like AS is going to be able to go find this shield swap, is able to do much more than what he needs to here. NVBK is going to be able to find TXJ, hit a couple of damage hits onto him with that gold shield. His Eagle is going to immediately pop the Monk ult coming through very decent time here as he looks like he's going to grab Don Queen. Don Queen going to be in a very open space and isn't getting thrown down and eliminated. Beautiful time, and to be able to hold that as he grabs Mr. BK. And the same thing happens as well. He ends up getting a double off of that one as well. Let's see if he's going to be able to get the grab off of TXJ. If he gets a TXJ grab, this could be massive for J-Team's Eagle because TXJ is a problem. And TXJ from Fun Plus Phoenix has been an absolute MVP for their team here. So very curious to see if he's going to be able to do exactly what he needs to, as AS is going to get absolutely sent by Ben Shu. Going to be able to go through with the rotation. The ulti comes out on the left side here as Ben Shu immediately is going to get caught outside of it, but immediately catches them inside of the tornado as the F3 comes out from the Yodohime trying to protect themselves, as AF immediately is going to try to come through, but he ends up getting stopped by Eagle. Eagle trying to do what he can, but it looks like AS is going to be able to take them out, at least of Dodge's way. As now they're going to try to see if they can re-shield up ZU, trying to do the exact same thing as well, doing what he needs to, and is trying to play this the best as his ability. Like I said, Fun Plus Phoenix TXJ right now is a problem. He has gold shield and he has the Flamebringer. That is a max amount of damage and could be absolutely decimating and lethal if he plays this correctly. He's been jumping up and down, trying to get a little bit of that fire damage. That fire tick damage can be just as big as he needs to, as long as he plays it smart. 17JL doing the exact same thing, trying to see if they can find something as well. Ben Shu and AS trying to hold on as best as possible, knowing that they are one player short of this game. Meanwhile, Jing forced to use their Yodohime ulti, and he does end up finding elimination onto Eagle. J-Team trying to work towards as best as possible, finds a second from TXJ, trying to hold it together as best as he possibly can, as AS is going to be able to claim another. And ladies and gentlemen, they're going airborne as best as possible, sends K all the way from the outside here, trying to prevent him from coming back out to inside of this circle here, as K says, now it's my turn, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try to see if he can get something as well. It's massive damage on the two of his players into K, into AS. K ends up getting 2, gets 3, and GD closes out the game. K's gonna be able to shut it down, but was it enough to make it the MVP team for our game number 4? Is it? Yes, it is. GD is gonna be able to claim it.
Because they stay in the jar.